this in the crowd and it's getting real loud and you it's fight night. You and your boys hanging out. And I'm like, all right, I got Mayweather on one side and Manny Pacquiao on the other. Let's start making bets. All right, greetings, class. Today I will be talking and informing you all about the fundamental rules and basics of boxing. Right? This will include the history, the rules, the weight classes, the equipment, and the training regimen that all boxers go through, including myself, or prepping ourselves for a fight mentally, physically, and spiritually. To start with the history of boxing, boxing has been around for hundreds of years, starting in the late 1600s and early Britain. But it has evolved and changed throughout the years and over time. The quickest knockout in boxing was in 1947 by Mike Collins. He defeated his opponent by technical knockout in 4 seconds. Boxing has changed over the years by allowing new rookies such as, even though I hate it, YouTubers like Jake Paul and KSI to come into the ring, and Desi and Fousey to come into the ring of boxing, and are allowing them to fight pros and legends such as Tyron Woodley, and others I'm not going to name. Bottom line is it shows the growth of how the rules have changed over time and at a fast rate. Which brings us into the next category, rules of boxing. Now everybody knows the main rule, don't hit below the belt.
Yeah.
But the reason why we don't hit below the belt is not only because we can get, that's a disqualification, but it also gives our opponent more time to recover. It's like, let's say if I'm in a match and I hit my opponent below the belt, he could easily do this. I've been hit below the belt, back away, and he gets 5 minutes of recovery time. That's one of the reasons why we don't do that. Then for the rest of the rules are, rule 1, each fight varies in between rounds. Like if you're a new boxer and you're starting out, the most rounds you're probably gonna do are three rounds for 3 minutes of rest because you're a rookie. You're just new. Then the most rounds you're gonna do is 12 rounds if you're a pro. The fight isn't over until the fight can only be over if my coach throws in the towel, or the referee says it's over, or the fighter has been knocked out. The match is also scored by 3 judges. So pretty much, let's say 2 judges, both fighters got 2 fighters got the same amount of points. That middle judge is a tiebreaker. There's a 10-point system in boxing as well. Pretty much each hit is like a point. If I win the round, that's 10 points automatically towards me. Each athlete is required to wear all the equipment in the ring. When the fighter is knocked down, he receives a 10 count. Now, when the fighter is knocked out of the ring, like we see this in WWE a lot, but when they are knocked out of the ring, they get 20 seconds to enter the ring. So if I am knocked out of the ring, I can literally just walk away for 19 seconds. But before the clock hits, if I'm back in the ring, you can't call me out on this. And also, any injury that does occur in the ring, such as a cut, swelling, broken bones, etc., from a clean hit, may result in a technical knockout. Next, let's get into the weight classes. Now, seeing as we're all different weight classes in this classroom, probably ranges from 130 pounds to pretty much me, 270 pounds. You've got flyweight, featherweight, bantamweight, junior welterweight, light middleweight, and heavyweight, and then super heavyweight. Those are different weight classes you will have in boxing. And the reason why we have all those weight classes is determine how much punishment each fighter can take, how much time the match is going to be, and how much energy are they able to expend in the match. Also, boxing isn't just about weight and power, but also having the proper equipment, which brings us to here. The equipment every boxer needs are the hand wraps, the gloves, the focus mitts, and the mouth guard. All this equipment isn't just used to fight my opponent and deal damage, but it's used to protect me as well. The hand, the wrap, I for my wrist, so when I'm punching my opponent, I don't break my wrist. The glove is like, if you ever been hit in the face by a boxing glove versus an actual fist, the gloves act as cushion not only to your hand but to the other person's face. The mitts, you're not gonna have these in the ring, but they're used to training equipment, and the mouth guard so I don't break my jaw. Finally, and last but not least, the training regimen. Boxers go through a lot trying to prepare themselves mentally and physically through the training regimen. This regimen may include shadow boxing, heavy bag work, sparring against someone that may be heavier or lighter than me, jump rope, aerobic, and anaerobic exercises. Now you may ask me what's the difference between aerobic and anaerobic exercise. Aerobic exercises mean like if I'm sprinting or going real fast, I'm not using oxygen. Whereas I'm doing anaerobic exercises, let's say I'm going for a brisk jog or I'm walking, I'm using oxygen. Reason why this helps us boxers is we can have more stamina in the ring, so when we're winded, it's like, oh, I can't breathe, but I don't need that oxygen, so I can just use my body. But in short, the training in boxing is rigorous and difficult, and not for the average person. I'm not saying that if you're an average guy and just want to use a routine just to lose the weight, that's perfectly fine. But I wouldn't say hop in the ring right after. The only way you can really become a good boxer is proper training and nutrition with it. In conclusion, in this piece, I've covered the fundamental rules and basics of boxing, covering the history, the rules, the weight classes, the equipment, and the training regimen. Now remember, if Jake Paul can do it, so can you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like that. Very nicely organized. I mean, you know, you could have fallen into the trap of just listing all that stuff without us hearing how the subpoints were interrelated and how they were interrelated. And I heard that, and that was good. Did I put that? But you know what?
That's fine.
If your delivery is, see, that's the thing about extemporaneous delivery. If you practiced it, and you did, and you knew what the content was and how you wanted to organize, missing something or putting it is really not going to